If you don't own your body, are you truly free? Because if the government can punish you for what you peacefully put into your own bloodstream, that's not freedom, it's permission. For over 50 years, the United States has waged a war. But it wasn't a war on a foreign enemy or a violent regime. It was a war on choices, a war on behavior, a war on personal autonomy, and it was sold to you as protection. They call this war the war on drugs. But what it really became was a war on people. Every one of us has been affected, whether directly or not. Even if you've never touched a joint, a pill, or a line, this war has been fought in your name. You've paid for it, you've voted for it, and chances are you've been lied to about it. Here's what you were told: that this war keeps your kids safe, that it lowers crime, that it protects public health, that it upholds moral values, that it prevents chaos and disorder. But what if almost everything you've been told was wrong? Let's look at the facts. Since 1971, U.S. taxpayers have spent over $1 trillion on drug enforcement. And yet, according to CDC and SAM-HSA data, drug use has not declined meaningfully. In fact, overdose deaths are higher than ever. Over 100,000 Americans dead in just the past year alone. Over 2 million Americans sit in prison, and nearly a fourth are there for non-violent drug offenses. Police forces have been militarized with armored vehicles and no-knock raids, not to catch terrorists, but to kick down the doors of teenagers and addicts. Families have been ripped apart. Minority communities have been disproportionately targeted, and billions of dollars have flowed into the hands of cartels and gangs, thanks to the black market the government helped create. All this in the name of public safety? Let's be clear. This war isn't about health. It's not about crime. And it's not even about drugs. It's about control. When you criminalize peaceful choices, even risky or harmful ones, you don't eliminate those choices. You just push them underground, where they become more dangerous, more violent, and more profitable for the worst people imaginable. History has shown us this before. We saw it with alcohol prohibition in the 1920s, where criminalizing a popular substance led to bootlegging, gang violence, poisoned liquor, and government overreach. And we're seeing it again today, just on a much larger scale with much deadlier consequences. This video is not about celebrating drug use. It's not about glamorizing dangerous behavior. It's about principle. It's about truth. And it's about freedom. Your freedom. Because when the state claims the power to imprison you for what you put into your body, whether it's heroin or healing mushrooms, they are saying they own your body more than you do. That's not protection, that's tyranny. In this video series, we're going to expose the lies, follow the money, and dismantle the moral, legal, and economic arguments for the war on drugs, piece by piece. You'll learn how prohibition has failed every goal it set out to achieve, how the drug war disproportionately targets the poor and the minorities, how addiction is better treated as a health issue, not a crime, and how the state blocks life-saving research while claiming to care about the public health, and why even people who have never touched drugs and never will should be leading the charge to end this war once and for all. We'll also examine real alternatives, non-governmental, community-based solutions that have helped people recover, reduced harm, and respected personal freedom far more than any law or federal agency ever has. This isn't about drugs. It's about consent. It's about ownership. And it's about what kind of a society we want to live in. So buckle up. This isn't going to be comfortable. But it might just be the most important conversation about freedom you've had in a very long time. Because once you see the war on drugs and what it really is, you'll realize the war we should be fighting is the war on our freedoms.